They say I'm on. They say I'm on. They say I'm on. You know who it is. I say it's yours truly. It's Bernie the Boxer. I say, did you miss me? Welcome to the Bernie the Boxer show. It's yours truly, as I said, Bernie the Boxer. And here it is. Like I say, did you miss me, baby? What's going on? It's Thirsty Thursdays. Here we're going to talk about it. There's been some strange things going on in this boxing world, hence my title. And we're going to talk about them. Like I say, we got the kid is leading the way on ducking season. We got just to give you a little hint of where I'm coming from. Like I say, we had Benavidez talking big stuff about Andre, and now they trying to pull out. So, what I say, I'm blaming it all on Spence. Lead the way. They trying to make you the face of boxing, and you doing a terrible job. Let's talk about it. Appreciate everybody in the chat. It's Taco K. What's good? The Fans Corner. Kenny Minor. C. Manzo. What's up, mamas? Yeah. You know who it is. I say it's Bernie the Boxer. Did you miss me? MD, what's good, family? What's good? What's good? What's good? Okay, I already told my family I ain't going to be too loud, so I'm going to try to keep it cool right now. It's still a school night. Old lady got to go to work, and the kids got to get up and go to school. But we're going to talk about this stuff. I got to do my show. It is what it is. Did you miss me? I know you did. Okay. What did I say? Okay, so again, what we got? It's Black History Month. It's Black History Month, so I want to do a little Black History, give a little Black History information out tonight in boxing. We're gonna talk about Black's first boxing champions. You understand? Okay, we're gonna give a few of those out. And it's my birthday month, February. What else? What can I say? Ali won the title on my birthday, February 25th. And like I say, it's Black History Month. And we're going to talk a little bit Black history. We're going to talk about what's going on in this boxing world. Let's talk about it. Elisa Felton, Michael Brown, what's good? Okay, so my first order of business, actually, I was just watching the Danny Jacobs John Ryder fight. And man, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really care for Danny Jacobs. I know he had a big following in the amateurs, and I know he was a triple champion in the amateurs, but I've never grown accustomed to his style. I still think he never really developed into a full professional, and I think he might be winding up. He's been through a lot in his life. He beat cancer, and so he's been through a lot. He fought Canelo, he fought Triple G, and he fought those guys on pretty much even terms. So he's been a world-class competitor for a long time. I think his time might be winding up. He might be getting past it. When I watched the fight, I seen, he didn't have no rhythm up top. He didn't have no head movement. He fluffs his jab out. He never really steps in with his jab. And he's pretty wide, and he slaps with all his punches, But he's been able to become a world champion, and I salute him. But I've never cared about Danny Jacobs. I don't really care. Like I said, I think he's past it. From what I've seen, Ryder was coming on later on, just like I read in the article. And big win for Ryder. I think he came up just short fighting, what's the fella's name that Canelo beat? Callum Smith for the championship for the Ring Magazine, the WBA championship. I think he came up just short. I think it was a very close decision, and a lot of people thought this John Ryder won. If I'm not mistaken, I think Canelo jumped on for one of them titles or something, if I'm not mistaken. So he's been around too. He's been a battle-tested warrior, that John Ryder. So congratulations to him. Big win for England. anytime they beat the United States in something, they so happy. So, they got one up on us. And that's all I got to say about that. Lala D, what's good? Super Jamal, D Luckett, what's happening? So what else we got in news? And so what else we got? We got the Kambosos joint going on. I think what they say, he gonna fight Lomachenko. And I can't say, that man hit the jackpot. Kambosos hit the jackpot. And, pretty much they say Devin Haney's willing to do whatever he has to do to take the fight. So they're giving him everything he wants. They just want those titles. But the way they coming at Kambosos, I don't really think that Kambosos is that easy of a mark. I think Kambosos is a hell of a fighter. And but I don't think he's that easy of a mark, And again, to get those championships, I understand they're willing to do whatever. And so it's Lomachenko and and Devin Haney going in it. But Top Rank, like I say, they real savvy. So, and Lomachenko is a hell of a champion, and they say he's got it. But I think, however, if he do get it, if whoever wins, I think Devin Haney definitely deserves a shot. I don't think you go nowhere else without Devin Haney. I think he's done enough. He's beat the former world champion, the true world champion, in Jorge Linares. He beat the Gamboas. Whatever else, what other fight he just had. He beat somebody else that was pretty decent. So I think that he didn't fight Fortuna. Sorry about that. That was Jojo Diaz. But he's done enough to deserve a shot at the championship, at the true championship. So I think the winner of if Lomachenko fights Kambosos, I think the winner of the next fight should be Devin Haney. Shout out to Devin Haney doing big things. Like I said, I think he's a hell of a fighter. He's improving every time, and I think it is his time. But like I say, people, when they get that chip, they try to hold it over your head, like a carrot. They like the dangling. People ain't never had nothing. They don't know how to act, And so shout out to him, though. Kambosos, he was the underdog, So I guess I would too, because they don't want him to have it. Some folks just don't want you to have it. And they never seen Kambosos to having it. So they, they got their favorites. So if I was him, I would probably do the same thing, go to the highest bidder. But I think he's a hell of a fighter, and I wouldn't count him out in that fight. Rich Culture, what's good, Coach? What's good with my guy down there working, teaching them boys some discipline, keeping that old school on them. You understand? Giving them old school training tactics, giving them that boxing history. Like they say, you got to know where you came from to know where you're going. All right. So in other news, we got the Ryan Garcia joint going on. We got Ryan Garcia going on. And you see he switched to Joe Guzan now. Well, I think this is his third trainer, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think this is his third trainer. What to say about Ryan Garcia? I think he's a little bit overrated. I think that was his best win was against Luke Campbell, Olympic gold medalist, who fought a hell of a fight with Linares for the Ring Magazine Championship. And he stopped him. I know he didn't stop him, but he dropped him. Good fight for him. I think Ryan Garcia, he is obviously world level, but I don't think he's at the leader of the pack in the lightweights. I think he's definitely on the back end of that, of the fabulous four, the lightweights that's going on in the world today, top five. And I think that, he's just not all there. I don't know. They said he had mental issues, but, going with the Canelo camp, you got to be tough. Canelo don't play. You gotta stay in it. They gave that man plenty of chances, and obviously, he ain't all there. So they had to let him go. He full of shit. I don't know who he's fighting next. I think he's fighting Emmanuel Togo. So he's fighting a pretty decent fighter on his way come back. Let's just see what he do. I think Joe Guzan is a good trainer. I think he's a hell of a trainer, but I think he gassing him up. I read something where he said that he could be the best if he trained this hard. I don't see Ryan Garcia. I don't see him doing too much. I think his power might be a little bit overrated, and his boxing ability is definitely overrated. I think he's just a basic fighter. I think Ryan Garcia is a basic B fighter. Okay, what else we got going? Who else we got? We got Young Fortune there. We got MP Life. Yeah. What's going on with y'all? It's Thirsty Thursdays. I ain't drinking nothing but a little Pepsi in my baby's what's this Beauty and the Beast cup. Like I say, we was talking about the Benavidez fight. I was really looking forward to the Benavidez Charlo fight. It's a shame that these guys ain't getting the fights. Like I said, you read my title. Spence is leading the way with the ducking season. I'm thinking that with the way he's carrying on, I think it's rubbing off on the other fighters. I think that as much they want to break out the box, they obviously scared to break out the box. There's somebody else stepping on them. And it seems like that might be a PBC thing. You understand? Because like I say, Benavidez is over there with PBC. And I think, as much for his shortcomings, missing weight and cocaine abuse, he's a really good fighter. And, with the crowd that he brings, which is Mexican heritage, what he brings, he's young, he has a huge upside. He throws a lot of punches. I think he's a decent puncher. They trying to protect him, and excuse me, for what it's worth, I think that's what it is. I see Benavidez trying to reach out for that, but I think y'all need to let these guys go. Benavidez, I think you can do more. I think you have more. I would say that he has more pull in his career. I think he can. The other fella, whoever said he can stop it, I think he can override him. If he really wants that, like I say, just like Spence could. If he really wants to override that and step up and be great. And I think that somebody has to. It's a shame, like I say, that these guys ain't getting the fights. Andre is one of the hugest ones not getting the fight. I think Charlo was inching close to getting the fight, but I don't know if his trouble just got him in set him back a little bit. But I think Andre to be a better test for Canelo. I think he'll have a better feather in his cap if he beat Andre. Andre, I really believe he steps up to the competition. He hasn't really anyone to bring it out of him, and I think with his rangy and his craftiness, he probably just getting bored in there. So I think if anything, I think that Benavidez, I think that Andre deserves the shot, whether it's Benavidez or Canelo. I think you can't avoid him so much. I mean, no more. He's been a 54-pound champion, 60-pound champion. He's moving up to 68. He's trying to get into an elimination bout to try to force Canelo to fight him, And so I'm thinking he's owed a shot, just like I think Devin's owed a shot in the lightweight division. G Cash, what's good? Kevin Jones, Young Fortune. What else? In other news, so I'm trying to keep this show going. Like I say, we was talking about Black history. We're gonna take a little short break. I was talking about Black history and Blacks first. So I'm a small guy, and I like to root for the small guys. So as I was thinking about who would I talk about, I wanted to give y'all somebody that y'all probably wouldn't ever think of, and it's a 108-pounder from Minnesota, no less, 108-pound champion, IBF champion, Will Grigsby. He was promoted by Don King, and I think he was two-time world champion at 108 pounds, and us, we don't get that small, 108 pounds. If I go up two more divisions, which can you believe it, flyweight was the basic division, was the start of the boxing when it had 8 weights. But anyway, the first Black flyweight champion was Mark Too Sharp Johnson, of course, and the 115-pound champion, Black champion, was Mark Too Sharp Johnson. So Blacks first in boxing, the first flyweight champion was Mark Too Sharp Johnson. First Black junior bantamweight champion was Mark Too Sharp Johnson. And the first Black 108-pound junior flyweight champion was William Grigsby from Minnesota. So y'all can look those guys up and see what you think about them. I know you're going to be in love with Mark Too Sharp Johnson, who was a hell of a fighter, who couldn't get those guys to come up and fight him, such as Johnny Tapia or or what's his name? What's the kid's name? Finito Lopez. And he hovered around that weight class for a long time. Actually, he ruled the flyweight division for a while, but he couldn't get those fights to improve his legacy. But yet and still, he went all the way up to bantamweight. Mark Too Sharp Johnson is a great fighter to watch if you study him. You can see that he loved that Jersey Joe Walcott, that step away. Great fighter. He had a great fight with what's his name? Montiel, bad boy. Montiel, 115. Oh man, if you go back, watch Fernando Montiel and Mark Too Sharp Johnson. Great fight. Montiel, great little Mexican fighter. Good boxing style. They give we like to put people in boxes, and we like to put Mexicans and our Hispanic brothers in boxes. They only come forward and take head punches, but some of them like to slip, dance, and roll, and box and throw combinations too. And Montiel was one of them. Shout out to Montiel. Shout out to Too Sharp Johnson. So like I say, and Will Grigsby out there in Minnesota. 2 seconds. And like I say, Minnesota, they've been having a lot of shows up there. Let me talk a little bit more history about Minnesota. They had a lot more. They having those fights at that Armory out there. You got Jamal James out there, the top welterweight contender out there, and but Minnesota has a rich tradition in boxing too. Like I say, it's not a huge town like Philly and Detroit and places like that. Ohio. It's now. Shout out to Ohio Runs Boxing. I know he loved that. Okay, but it's not but like I say, they have some tough fighters out there out of Minnesota. So if you get a chance, do your history on Minnesota boxing. Some of these small places, good fighters come out of there. Mike Gibbons come out of there. Tommy Gibbons come out of there. We got the Litsu brothers that came out of there. Fought, like I say, what's the fella's name? The Gibbons boys. They fought Jack Dempsey back in the 20s for the championship. Gave him hell of a fight, So it's a lot of good fighters come out of Minnesota, and I just gave you one, boxing's first black junior flyweight champion, Will Grigsby. Rich Culture was good. Yeah, St. Paul. Yeah, or Minneapolis. That's right. See, like I said, we running the same, from that old school, playing that Muddy Waters and that Howlin' Wolf. Yeah. Okay. So I appreciate everybody in the chat, man. B, what's good, family? I see you up there. I see you up there. All right, we're going to answer some questions. We're going to get in on about a couple other things, but we're going to answer some questions. I want to talk about, it was some new additions to the Ugas Spence undercard. I think we're going to get Gamboa versus Isaac Cruz, which is a hell of a fight. We're going to talk about that. Castano pulled out against the Charlo rematch, and so we're going to talk about that. But before we do that, let's get into some comments. Let's get into the comments. You know who it is. It's Bernie the Boxer. Please like, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. You understand? We got big stuff coming up this weekend. We got Kyle going against Brooke. Shout out to my boys over there. Team Crawford over there, handling their business over there in the UK. So Cold Steve Nelson. Also a part of the crew. They out there having a good time, and we're going to come home with the victory. Like I say, when you with us, we with you. You understand? Let's go. Peace and blessing to my brothers over there. Be safe. Love you guys. And I'm holding it down, of course. So is Lucas, and so is Hugh. Mills Lane says, tell us about a phone combo between Bud and Spence. It went something like this and something like that. Taco K says, West Oakland in here. Yes, sir. Shout out to my boy Ro and Kato. Taco K says EJ feet too slow and he stays straight in line and hit and little to no head move. Excuse me. I agree. I call him Frankenstein. Ali would have called him the mummy like a George Foreman, right? The fast quarter. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Young Miner. Yeah, like I say, you see my Instagram post? Like I say, like Midge, I love fighters. See, Manzo, appreciate you, mama. Mike D, yes, sir. Punch Drunk says, get him, Bernie. Spence been ducking. Ain't that the truth? Said you preaching to the choir. Abakar Brooks says, what's good, Bernie? Appreciate you all the way from Seattle up there on the West Coast. Yeah, they keep that sticky up there. That's what I heard. See, Manzo says Jack Johnson. Oh, that's my favorite. So I try to give him a little juice. I try to give him a little something extra. Everybody know Jack Johnson. He the man. First black heavyweight champ. Ooh, wee. They say not only but how he fought, but how he lived. Oh, man, but how he lived. Elisa Felton. What's good? Appreciate you, mama. B&B says, what time is Con Brook? Our time Saturday. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. I don't know. I could not say. But maybe I'll post it on my Instagram. I don't know if you go to Instagram, but I'll post it on my Instagram. I seen Bill Green. Shout out to Bill Green. A hell of a promoter out here in this Midwest country, getting these boys ready. He posted something about it. So he with the team. So we gonna figure it out. We gonna watch Con whoop that boy. We gonna watch Con, boy, like I say, boxing not only is a physical game, it's a psychological game. It's like a psychological game. You got to play mental warfare with that man, and Con good at that. He like to run off at the mouth too, just like he let them hands go. He like to let them both go, that mouth and them hands. Lala D, appreciate you, mama. Rich Coach says, what's up, Bernie? Hope it's all beautiful your way. It is, Coach. It is, Coach. Like I said, we got the kids down here. We got DB3 working out. We got Keyshawn Davis getting ready. He going to fight in March. We got Kelvin Davis fighting on the undercard, which is the oldest brother. Man, I can't say we got Keon, number 2 in the country at 147 pounds. And it's been a treat working with the guys. I love to see the brotherhood that they got, the camaraderie that they got, the way they stick together, You throwing a beat, it's not Bloods. So when you see me post that Instagram, it means more than that. It's DB3, it's a brother, it's a friendship. You understand? So I appreciate everything that they're doing, and it's a pleasure working with them. Demar Water says, "What's up, Bernie? Yeah, it's thirsty Thursdays." Sonny Lipscomb says, "Bernie, what it do? This bun bizzle, I be you." Sonny, what's good? Oh man, I gotta get by and see you, family. I gotta get by and see you. I was missing you somewhere. I said, "Where's Buns at?" At the function. Sibo had the function down there, but I understand, and well wishes to you, family. I'm praying for you all the time, and you ain't never too far from me, Sonny. I got big love for you. I appreciate you, and you always been in my corner, and I love you for that. Jason Williams says, "Peace, Bernie. Peace, King." I'm on my shit. Shout out to my boy Red is good. Yes, sir. That's his boy. Shout out to Mel up there. Yes, sir. Living it up. The champ on his way back. Nas, that's their boy. Nas, that's their boy. Nas, that's their boy. That's my boy too. Nas, that's my boy. What's my favorite song, Nas? What's my favorite song of Nas? This one I really got hit on. Nas Cold Blooded. Hold on, let me say. I think about it. I'll come back to it in a second. Here to there says, "Salute to my brother Bernie." Salute, sir. Indeed, Spence has earned the distinction of undisputed duck. Oh, wait, the distinction of undisputed duck. Oh man, WBC, make them a belt. Please make that man a belt. WBC need to make that man a belt and give it all to ducking folks, because they ducking. They ducking. Get them a belt. And you heard it from me first. WBC need to make a duck belt. Live Life Real says, "Sup, fam? Appreciate you." Look at him. Yeah, let's go. Appreciate you, Marcel. Okay, so before I get into a little bit more comments, we're going to talk about what else going on in boxing. Like I say, we got Ryan Garcia. Man, he looking suspect right now. Canelo said what he said about the man. Like, he got to get serious, so they booted him out. Reynoso ain't playing. Trainer of the year, a hell of a trainer. It's no nonsense over here. Either you want to box or you don't. You understand? If you're scared, go to church. If you ain't scared, go to church. That's my advice. So, I don't know. I don't think Joe Guzman could do anything for him. I don't think Joe Guzman could do anything for him. But I think, with his popularity, he might get a shot. I think, just keep building. I ain't no need to rush in that kid. Just take your time, get your mental health together, get your skills together, and maybe y'all can come up. Y'all probably get a shot. So in other news, like I say, we talking about the Spence undercard. I think that's a hell of a fight for Cruz. I want to tell y'all this. Like I say, I want to give credit where credit is due. Now, PBC, for all the stuff that we talk shit about them and all the wrong that they do, it do seem like they take care of their fighters. It do seem like they take care of their fighters. Now, Cruz, he right back in there. With a Gamboa, he probably can beat, which is a decent name, but it's a paper, Cruz, come on now. Cruz just a young fella coming up. So I won't knock him fighting Gamboa. They ain't got no big upside on Cruz. They ain't touting him to be the best like Devin and stuff like that. So I don't expect him and Tank how they had him, So I think that's a good fight. I'm glad for Gamboa. He ain't getting no gimme. Gamboa take them as they come. So I think that's a good addition to the undercard. I think they could do a little bit better. I think maybe Lou. When is my boys gonna fight? I'm still waiting on Lubin and what's the fella's name in Fandora? And Fandora, I'm looking for them. Boy, that's a hell of a fight. When that's gonna come? I'm still waiting on that. Let me do some more research. Speaking of Fandora, like I say, we got Keon. We got Keon Davis out there, the number 2 at 147 pounds in the amateurs, man. And boy, I thought the same way, looking like Fandora. Tall, rangy, throwing punches from different angles. Shout out to Bam Bam. We was talking Keon. He did some move. He ducked under, did an angle on that boy. And I said, man, you remind me of Bam Bam. He said, who you think I got it from? So we got 47 pounders watching 108 pounders. You can learn from a dummy. Anybody can teach you some. He said you only live once. And guess what? A dope fiend told me that. Ooh, shout out to Silk. Oh man, I'm going to the concert. You understand? You can learn from anybody, but a dead body. You understand? Okay, so like I say, I'm waiting to see that fight. I think the winner of that fight definitely deserves the Charlo Castano winner. Lubin came on back. He's been victorious in all his comeback fights, and I think he, as highly talented and highly skilled as he is, I think he deserves another shot at championship. Joe Louis, he got stopped by Max Miller. He had to go on 7 straight fights, still fighting former world champions to get the shot at the title, which was brought up, and a little luck fell in his way, being that Max was tied to Hitler. But at any rate, on the comeback trail, when you watch Mike Tyson punch out, you still got to do a couple comeback fights before you get a shot. And I think Lubin has done that, and I can't wait to see what he do. I think he's strengthening his case with the Fundora fight. I think, Fundora, the Towering Inferno, is a hell of a challenge. I mean, being at 6'6", I think he can punch well. I think he has decent boxing ability, and he ain't no gimme. So fuck, whoever wins out of that deserve the shot. What else we got? Another news. Like I said, we got Khan and Brook going up. I read an article, like I say, is it better late than never? Of course. Say, at least I showed up. Shit. At least I showed up. They say something beats a blank. You understand? Come on. Shit. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. All right. So again, like it worked out both for him. Brook, where he gonna go? Where he was gonna go. Bud just demolished him. He ain't have nowhere to go. Just give him something to step back in the limelight in. Give him something to get motivated about, and maybe he could come through victorious on his end. But he stepped in it because Khan hired the A-team. Now, once he did that, come on now. Like I say, once he did that, he already had one up on him. Both one of the best boxing minds in boxing right now. It's coming to the forefront now. You're going to hang him up there with the rest of them. We on our way to get trainer of the year. Come on. Wait. Oh, and then you got comrades like Saul, and you got Red with him. Oh, man, to concur with. Oh, man, great thinkers in there. Oh, man. And I think Khan, like I say, man, hell, he's an accomplished fighter. And when you get older, you get wiser. You get smarter. So I think, hell, he might be ready to listen at this time. You want to win. And when you want to win, you're damn near willing to do anything. So, like I say, he didn't put himself through the paces. If you heard what Bud Crawford said, he said the man done everything he needed to do. And hell, we looking to come through on victory on the 19th. Speaking of the 19th, let me go ahead and go. We're going down to someplace down here in this hick town in Nebraska. We're going to beat up on some of these bums around here. We going down, getting these amateurs ready for the Nationals. Oh, man. Matter of fact, we might need to take Keon as I'm talking. Ain't nobody going to fight Keon around here. But once you get a reputation around here, both folks don't want to fight you. All right. Lava D. I missed Danny's recent fight, but I knew it would be competitive. I just watched it just to have a little glimpse on it, and like I say, I don't care for Danny Jacobs. I don't really care for Danny Jacobs. I understand his story, beating cancer and all that stuff. I love, the relationship that he got with his son, and I'm happy for him that he won the championship. They gave him that WBA championship. That was not no championship, and but he finally won a championship. Against Derenchenko. So you can put him in the history books. He's a world champion, and I'm happy for him. But I think his best days might be behind him, and I don't think he stepped up enough to win the Triple G fight or the Canelo Alvarez fight. I think he did just enough to stay on in there, and I think that's just about where he at. Ain't too much where to go after that. You didn't reach the heights. Ain't no too much where to go. I think his best win was against knocked out Peter Quinlan in the first round, which was vicious. But like I say, he throw his punches the same. He's kind of a slappy puncher, wide puncher. I really don't care for Danny Jacobs. Like I say, I'm not a fan of Danny Jacobs, but I respect him. You understand? You don't got to like him, but you will respect him, and that I do. G Cash says, that damn Bernie, what it do? Appreciate you, family. It says MP Life says, looks like Canelo went with the zone deal versus Bevo and Triple G3. Hey, I think that's a hell of a fight for him. I think Bevo ain't no gimme. I don't think Bevo is a gimme. And I think that, to satisfy the Triple G, I think he's going to stop Triple G. Triple G can't stop crying about it. He can't go nowhere. I think Triple G, he done, But Good money fight to get on up out of there, whether it gets stopped or not. Triple G ain't got nothing else to prove. I think he got, 20 title defenses. He done made a record. He ain't got nothing to prove. He done fought all over the country, all over the world. Silver medalist and all that good stuff. World champion a couple times. Shit. For people think he beat Canelo the first time, fought competitive both times. So, like I say, Bevo ain't no joke. He's a young fighter. He ain't been fighting, though. They've been kind of keeping him on the shelf. He ain't fought. I don't know when the last time Bevo fought, but I think, he's a fast fighter. He's a tall, rangy fighter. He's a moving fighter. He dances a little bit. And like I say, Bevo ain't no gimme. But, well, they watching it. Like I say, the man ain't fought. So you've been inactive. He still don't want to fight Benavidez, huh? Canelo don't want nothing to do with him, huh? Canelo ain't looking good on that. I think, like I say, you got to, come on, Canelo. Canelo got to do something. Canelo, you got to step up. You the face of boxing, that you need to lead by example. Lead by example and fight Benavidez. Get him out the way. The man don't want to shut up. He undefeated, 2-time super middleweight champion. Get a man to fight. The Mexican people going to show up. Show out for your Mexican people. If not now, at least on Independence Day. Wait. May the 5th. Come on, Cinco de Mayo. Let's go. Let's do it big. Do the whole Mexican card. I wouldn't even let nobody else in. Do it all Mexican card. Top to bottom. Do something nice, Canelo. You got plenty of money. Do a Jake Paul move. Give some of them small guys some, a chance. Like Bam Bam. Give him a chance. Put him on the undercard. Come on, reach out, do an all Hispanic thing. You feel me? Go on over there, get the Jonathan Gonzalez fella. Get Quadras over there. Well, not Quadras, but the Estrada fella. Get him on the undercard. Come on, stack it all the way up. Do something nice. Take something out your pocket. Oh, wait, I'm preaching. Come on, do something. Shit. Haney offered to fight for the same amount as Loma. That's gangster, but they won't give it to Haney. Like I say, Haney you just sit on back and keep winning, He just sit on back and keep winning. Devin Haney haven't been looking as spectacular as Lomachenko. He was a dominant champion. Again, like I say, 3-division world champion. He looked dominant in his comeback. Devin looked kind of shaky. I think he deserves a shot, being that he did come through in victories, and he is improving. And it is what it is. So I think I would just sit back if I was Devin. I would just sit back if I was Devin. Jason Williams says, it just seems like Kambosos is selling those belts to the highest bid. That's what he's doing. But like I say, I wouldn't get caught up in the fact that, that everybody wants you. I wouldn't get caught up in that fact. Like I say, I think the man going to be in tremendous shape. And like I say, he hung in there with Tio, shit. Hell, Tio right up. They all right up in there in the same range. So I think, they say you get 50% better when you win the championship. So I think, hell, he could be lowering them boys into an ass whooping. You understand? So if I was them, I would not take him lightly. It's almost like this. Let me give you an example. Just like the fella, because he shake your hand at the weigh-in or something, because he ain't mean mugging you, you think he's soft. That man is prepared to beat you to death. You understand? So you can't never take none of them light. I don't take none of them light. Rich Coacher, what's up, Coach? He says, Bernie, I seen you still working. You making a vest come back. Oh, no, Coach. I like to just stay working. And like I say, I gave that fella a little work. He was looking for something to do. And, I just thought I'd work with him a little bit and dance around with him. That ain't, like I say, I'm using this. I'm giving them what I got up here. You understand? And I hurt my back doing it. Let me tell you right now, I've been nursing this back for almost 2 weeks come Friday. You understand? Boy, I went up there and didn't stretch or nothing. Jumped straight in there. Boy, no, you can't do that. You got to respect the game. Like I say, I'm 40. I'll be 41, boy. I got a baby face, but boy, what Mike told me. Mike said, Bernie, 40 ain't the new 30. It ain't. It's just 40. And I got to respect that. Flame On says, Lala D, he been a diva. He was being a diva originally, didn't want to go to Australia and wanted to be the A side. Loma gave no fuck. Oh, I don't know. Well, if Devin did that, that was bad business on him, Like I said, that was bad business on him. Now they want to roll out the red carpet for the man when that what they should have did from the jump. Lalo Luke Kalalo says, Bernie, what's up? Shout out to you and the crew. Appreciate you. Young Forty says Amir Khan about to knock Kill out. Well, like I say, Amir, he like I say, he stood in there with a hard punching like Maidana, So for what they say about his chin, he can get shake up, but he comes back. Trinidad had a shaky chin. Trinidad to get dropped, but he come back stronger. So and I think Khan is the same way. Almost. I think he gets on that bicycle and start moving, but he got a warrior spirit. He got a fighting heart, and that can get you in trouble sometimes. Just like pride, can get in the way. But I think, like I say, he's a wiser fighter now, and I think he still has hella speed. And I'm looking to my, Brook ain't a devastating puncher like that, so I'm not looking for, I'm not worried about that. And it is what it is. Like I say, Brook ain't a devastating puncher. Khan stayed in there with, he gave Bud a little work with the 6 rounds. He was getting out box, he was getting out class. But like I say, Bud kept missing the mark just a little bit. Couldn't never really get him out of there, dropped him in the first round. So I think Khan has some resiliency in his arsenal. And so I'm looking for Khan to win the fight. GCAS says, nice. I love that. Appreciate y'all. That's right. This is the love channel. This is the love boxing channel. You understand? And recently, like I said, in this new thing going on, where we at 35 minutes in. Appreciate everybody in the chat. In this new age of boxing, what I'm learning is that it's either you like one fighter or the other. It ain't no in between. You can't love both of them in nothing. Like I say, you see the Valdez and the Shakur Stevenson, the way that's fanning out. You picking a side. Like I say, I like both of those guys. I'm picking Shakur to win the fight, but like I say, and so every right now it's either you love this guy or you hate or you hate the other guy. It ain't you're a fan of both. Can't wait to see them both. Now, speaking of just good fights that just make you feel good and you want to see. I want to give a shout out to my boy Mickey Bay out there, former lightweight champion of the world. He's going to fight Tevin Farmer, former junior lightweight champion of the world. They got that fight coming up. I don't know when it's going to happen, but you see Mickey Bay getting ready. Tevin Farmer talking stuff. I think it's going to be a hell of a fight. I think it's going to be a great fight. I think, like I say, Mickey Bay getting a good fight. He fought Kambosos a little bit a while ago, who's the lightweight champion of the world right now. I thought he fought a hell of a fight. I thought he might even could have won the fight. Maybe he had a little bit more activity, but boxing is a corrupt sport. It's a dirty sport, and it can ruin you, just like Deontay Wilder is saying. It can take a toll on you. And Mickey Bay ain't no stranger to that if you heard the story. So with him being inactive, I think that hurt him. But you can see his warrior spirit coming back, fighting a guy like Tevin Farmer. From that to that, he ain't lessening the competition. So shout out to Mickey Bay. I can't wait to see the fight. Shout out to Tevin Farmer for staying busy fighting top fighters, and I can't wait to see what happens in that fight. Like I say, two good fighters almost make you think back to like I say, we always the toughest ones. When we fight each other, boy, them black boys, when they getting it together, boy, we defensive geniuses out there. We got so much talent that is just overflowing. Shout out to all my black brothers out there. Shout out to my black fighters. I say I'm a black fighter. I love black fighters. I love fighter spirit. And like I say, you can't say enough about our heritage in boxing. You understand? I can't say enough about our heritage in boxing. Want me to give you some more boxing history? Bill Richmond was the first American black champion here. He went over there, took Tom Molina over there to fight Tom Cribb for the World's Championship over there in 1810. We was whooping old Cribb. And then they called a halt to the bout. They gave the man a break, and he came back and he stopped us. And he stopped us the second time too, But our heart was broke. We wouldn't go win. Tom Molina, baby. Go ahead and look him up. Tom Molina, Bill Richmond, pioneers of boxing back in the 1800s, First black American champions, Go ahead. I'm ready to talk. Y'all ready to listen? Who was the first black lightweight champion? His name was Joe Gans, the man that also invented the jab, who made it more efficient, and also invented shadow boxing. The great Joe Gans, they called him the old master, with 42 rounds in Reno Desert, 125-degree weather. The man was 33, suffering from tuberculosis. He had to weigh in 3 times at 133. Ooh-wee. The man had been fighting at welterweight. The man had been fighting welterweights. The man had been fighting welterweights. But because of the time and the day, the man was a champion. He was the champion, the world champion, respected champion. The man had to weigh in 3 times. 3 times. 1, 12, what was it, noon, 2, and 3. Oh, my God. They made the man weigh in 3 times. He had to make the 133 pounds. That was the weight limit back in 1902, 1900, something like that, 1902. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That was 06 or something. That was 06. That was first Reno fight. Tex Ricker threw the fight. In Reno Desert. Then we had Jack Johnson knocked out Jim Jeffries in Reno in 1910, July the 4th. Oh, a little bit more history. Okay. And we talking. You know who it is. It's yours truly. It's Bernie the Boxer. We 40 minutes in. Appreciate everybody. We got Cypher Supreme. We got Young Fortune. We got World Combat Sports. We got Jason Will. And we talking this boxing stuff. I hope y'all loving it because I'm loving it. Again, appreciate y'all in the chat. It's Bernie the Boxer. Yeah. And it's Thirsty Thursdays. What'd he say? MP Life said, what you think of Benavidez versus Andre? Like I said, I think it's a hell of a fight. Somebody got to lead the pack. Somebody has to do something noteworthy. You know, somebody has to do something noteworthy. That's like I say, that's why boxing ain't going nowhere because the best ain't fighting the best. The best ain't fighting the best. You getting the fella. Listen, if you love your brother, then fight him. Then fight him. You know, if you got to lose, like I say, you know, Lomachenko gave the man $500,000, you know, to make the fight. You got fellas like Jake Paul giving these noteworthy, to make the fights happen, you know. So you got to do philanthropy sometime in boxing, you know. Joe Louis gave John Henry Lewis a shot at the championship because he know the man was blind in one eye. The man never had no big payday. He gave the man a payday. Come on. What? If we don't do nothing else, do it for your brother. We brothers in boxing. You understand? And like I say, like my boy 40 said, you know, when is your pride and your dignity going to take stage? You understand? I understand human nature is self-preservation, but come on. When you going to step up? That's why you train. That's why you train, so you prepare. That's why you become world champion, so you can defend your title against all comers, you know, not just Americans, you know, all comers, a world champion. That's what Ali was, a world champion. He was a traveler. You know. They say them boys were champion, but like I say, Tommy Burns was a traveler, you know, fighting different fights. You know, you fight all around the world. So, like I say, when you become world champion, when you win the championship, you're supposed to be ready to defend that championship against all comers. Not because he's a runner, not because he's a puncher, not because he don't make this and he ain't that. The best fight the best. You're supposed to be ready to defend your championship against all comers, you know? So something got to give around here. Something got to give. Get a man what he wants. So I'm asking you, I'm putting it on him to be a leader, be a lead heavyweight. Benavidez fight Andre. Give him the shot. The man deserves a shot. Flame on 24. They talking in the chat. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Talk that talk. It is what it is. World Combat Sports says, what's good, Bernie the Boxer? Yep. Flame on says, is Keith PPV really 39,000 left? I mean, come on. I will say about that. And that's stretching it. Rakeem Ross says, peace, Bernie. Peace, God. And like I say, you know, that was a dumb move to put that fight on pay-per-view. What was they thinking? What in the world was they thinking? Treating boxing fans bad. Treating us bad. They was treating us bad like hoes on a straw. 39 a pay-per-view. $80 at that? $80 at that? Get out of here. I think, baby, boy, I tell you. But like I say, you know, PBC, for all the good that they do bad too. But like I say, they take care of their fighters. I heard they get them paid. At least they look like it. And when they lose, they give them good shots. They give Cruz another shot. They gave Barrios a better fight. They giving Gamboa good fights. They giving them that. Boy, they got treating them good over there. They ain't gonna treat them. They ain't gonna say like I say. You get more bees than you do. You get them more with honey than you do with vinegar. Shit, pay them more and get less competition. Oh shit, that sounds like something I know. That sounds like something I know. That sounds like something I know. Give them for a cheaper price, but quality and cheap. That's a recipe for success. Quality and cheap. That's a recipe for success. Ooh-wee. Hold on. What he say? Lala D, Flavor 24. Everyone heard Ed Haney say he'll go to Jupiter if he has to, and Bill said it too. Well, like I say, I think Devin Haney's a hell of a boxer. I think that from what it looked like, I think he looks to be the most vulnerable, outside of Ryan Garcia. But I don't know. I couldn't say. I would probably, if I was Kambosos, I would be angling for Dana. I would be angling for Devin. For one, for supremacy, for have all the belts. Two, he looks more vulnerable than the rest of them. Lomachenko looked like he's on a tear. And again, you have better bargaining chip going with all the belts if you fight Lomachenko next. But, it's boxing, never know. Can't say what another man is thinking. Julio G, appreciate you. Okay, we 45 minutes in. I ain't going to hold you long. Appreciate everybody who's enjoying the show. What do you say? Oh, L Boogie says, why Boost not responding to Blair the Flair cops? Again. Like I say, the proof is in the pudding, or what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You understand? What's good for the goose is what's good for the gander. Understand? So, like I say, Errol Spence, Keith Thurman would never give to Errol Spence, and Errol Spence was upset. Then, not to say that we was asked, but the people was asking for the fight. Not necessarily Bud was asking for the fight, because, again, necessarily really wasn't Bud. It was the people asking for the fight. Just like they asking us for the fight with Boots. Okay, understand that, but different scenarios. You understand? So this Blair Cox fella, I think he's a hell of a salesman. When I watched him fight, I wasn't overly impressed with him fighting, but I think he's more of a novelty. What I say, I wouldn't take him as a serious contender. I think he's acting more like a novelty. I haven't seen this Castillo Clayton fella that Boots is gonna fight, but I'm gonna do a little bit more research on Castillo Clayton, and I think that's more. Boots. I don't think he'd get much credit beating this guy. I think beating quality contenders, which is a Castillo Clayton maybe. And I still haven't seen Castillo Clayton, but I heard about him. I think I heard his name before, so I think he wants to stay away from the sideshow stuff, and I don't blame him for that. I don't blame him for staying away from the sideshow stuff. Buns, yeah, you know what it is. 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6. Rod the Ruler, you know it. Okay. Like I say, I forgot my topic. I forgot what I say. Kevin Jones, 402, what's good? Hey, yes, it's Northside in the building. Stand up. Yes, sir. Carl Brown, what are you talking? Yo, I've been saying the same thing Bud said about Spence, but said himself that he know for sure Spence. Bud said himself that he know for sure Spence want to fight him. Well, Bud is a fighter, and he wants to show the fighters all respect. He wants, he know what it's like to be in that ring. And again, I wouldn't say it's necessarily that Spence is necessarily stopping the fight himself. He probably do want to test himself. He's been top amateur in the country, fought the Olympics and all that good stuff. And jumped on Mayweather, which I want to say that his reputation is largely based on that. His reputation is largely based on him jumping on Floyd Mayweather in a session, and Mayweather never really refuted it. And people, kind of just let it ride. And I think his reputation, I think that's probably why they was pushing him to be the man, because they figured if he jumped on Mayweather, obviously he was. But, it takes more than that. It takes a little showmanship, and Mayweather's full of showmanship as well as boxing ability. But what I was saying about Errol Spence, like I said, him not fighting Bud, is it's almost harking to, like I say, Keith Thurman not fighting him, but it's two different things. Bud is an established champion, 3 division world champion, 2-time Leno in the top, fighting for supremacy in the division. So I think he's owed that, and I think people are taking that page out of his book. They ducking it as much as they can. They figure if he can do it, why can't I? And I don't want to say, I think they put that on Mayweather too. They put too much on Mayweather, saying that's like almost like the Mayweather way to duck in the fight to get the most money you can for the cheapest risk. But I beg to differ about that about Mayweather. I think they putting too much on Mayweather in that regard. Put some respect on that man's name. So listen, like I say, hold on. What else I wanted to say? Talk about this boxing stuff. Hold on. Here and there says, preach, Bernie. Bud stepping in the mix like we knew he would yesterday with Jamel. We know it's up to him. Jamel is the one at PBC who will accept Bud's challenge. We'll see if PBC lets him. Well, I think he's still going into it with hell, fuck it. We might as well listen. But they say they rescheduled the fight. Castaño, he wants the other pieces to the puzzle at the 154-pound division. And like I say, we got, what's the fella's name? Lubin, and we got what's the other fella's name? Fundora. I think they deserve a shot at the 54-pound division. I think we can stay busy fighting the welterweight division, hoping that we get Spence for supremacy by the end of the year. But again, we could pull that big dog status out. You understand? Pull that big dog status out and going up there and tell the mother boys to push to the side and let's go. We want Charlo for undisputed. You understand? If we can't get him, we want his homie. You understand? We gonna get him hook or crook. You understand? So that way, when he try to jump, we gonna be right there waiting on him. You understand? It's like the roadblock. You feel me? Put them traps out there, put them spikes out there for him. He can't get past you. You understand? When he go past, we gonna put him on flag. Ooh. Oh. All right, so listen, we 50 minutes in. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I've been keeping up the family. We got to start another day tomorrow. What's Friday? It's Fresh Friday. Already got my fade ready. I'm fight ready. We going in on Saturday. We gonna whoop some ass all the way around the board. We going out to a small town in Nebraska. We gonna whoop some ass. We got Con. We got the boys over there in England. Over there. Woo, we over there with Big Ben and the rest of them. Oh man, boy, we gonna do some damage over there. Bud, great for Bud. I'm so happy for him going over there. Sucking up that UK air out there. Spreading the Terrence Crawford. Spreading that all around, putting itself out there, giving, like I say, the kid, boy, great. Good stuff. Naseem Hamid over there. Oh, man, give me an autograph, bud. I love Prince Naseem. All right, take a picture with him or something. Put it on the gram or something. Let me see. But at any rate, I ain't going to hold y'all too much. Wait, before I go, some more stuff in Black history. What it was, Shirley Robinson won the middleweight championship back from Jake LaMotta, but they called it February 14th. That was they called it St. Valentine's Day Massacre. What Jake LaMotta say? Jake LaMotta said he almost collapsed from punching me. I never went down. I took all his punches. He almost got too tired from hitting me. Yes, sir. Shout out to Jake LaMotta. Good fighter, The Raging Bull. Great movie. If you're a boxing fan, go and watch Raging Bull. Great boxing movie. So with that, I ain't going to hold y'all. I'm going to let y'all go. You know who it is. It's yours truly. It's Bernie the Boxer. I had an excellent time. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Please like, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. I'm going to come back again on Sunday, and we're going to revamp this thing. We're going to talk about what else is new developments in the boxing game, and we're going to talk about all the boxing happenings over the weekend. And, I'm sure we're going to be doing a victory dance, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a celebration come Sunday. And so with that, man, I'm going to leave y'all with this. I'm gone. I said, I'm gone. I'm gone.